Hey, welcome to the Small Business Made Simple podcast, brought to you by socialmediaandmarketing.com.au. Being in business is never easy, but it can be simple, or at least simpler. Join me, your host Jen Donovan, every week where we focus on marketing, social media, and working towards simplifying your business. You with me? Let's do this.
Dream it big, 'cause someone out there listening. Everyone's got a voice to give, and it's time I heard you whistling, 'cause there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Why, hello there, and welcome to episode 13 of the Small Business Made Simple podcast. So it's episode 13, and it's actually a little bit important, this episode, or the number of this episode. You see, I started this podcast in week 1 of January in 2019, which means that it's week 13 of 2019, which also means, and hang on to your seats, that we are a quarter of the way through 2019. Yep, a quarter of the way through. Now, some of you might be really tempted to switch me off right here and say, how dare you tell me this, Jen? I really didn't need to know it. And yet, you're probably right. You probably didn't need to know that we're a quarter of the way through 2019. But just in case you do need to know that, I needed to tell you that. So if you're still procrastinating over things on your to-do list or your wish list for 2019, then maybe today's the day. Maybe today you start. Maybe today you dust off those 2019 goals and you just start doing stuff. You just start. I started the year actually reading a book. It was called Girl, Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis, and I highly recommend it to the ladies out there listening. Girl, Wash Your Face, it's called, by Rachel Hollis. One of the sentences in the entire book has stuck in my mind now. In her book, she wrote, "Your life is supposed to be a journey from one unique place to another. It's not supposed to be a merry-go-round that brings you back to the same spot over and over again." I really love that, and it really struck me. And so I just think, maybe if you feel like if you don't change now in week 13, that maybe in week 52 of 2019, you just might be in the exact same spot you were when you started in week 1 of 2019, then maybe hop off the merry-go-round, start implementing the dreams and the goals, and just start doing stuff that you said you wanted to do this year. Okay, I'll hop off my week 13 high horse now, but I just wanted to give you all just a little bit of a nudge to let you know that if you haven't started your goals in 2019 or they're still sitting there gathering dust, then maybe a quarter of the way through, it's time to start. When I speak to audiences, one of their goals is often to get better on social media. That's their goal for the year. They want to get more consistent with social media, but they just find it hard to know where to start. It's one of the biggest questions I get when it comes to social media is, but what do I post? It's a real roadblock for many of you. So today I'm going to tell you about a little rule that I tell everyone in my audiences, in my social media workshops, and it's called the 3 E's. It's 3 E's rule of posting on social media. And I'm not only going to tell you about the rule, but I'm also going to give you some ideas and how to put that 3E rule into practice. But of course, we have to start off our day with our discovery of the week. Now, we all know that video is king, right? And we all should definitely be doing more video in our business. And look, that is definitely me included in that. Don't worry about that. But sometimes it's the software or the hardware or the tools that bring us unstuck. And that's what puts up the roadblock, because we just can't seem to get past this, because we just don't seem to have the tools in our tool bag that we need. So today's little discovery might go a little way to unblocking that roadblock for you if yours is all about needing the right tools. This little tool that I want to tell you about is called Loom. You can find it at useloom.com. So use, U-S-E, Loom, Loom.com. Useloom.com. Loom is basically a free piece of software that will allow you to actually capture your computer screen and do short videos. That's what it is in a nutshell. It's kind of like Snagit that I use in my business, but this one is free. It just has a million uses. You could use it for doing team announcements if you have a team, or walk through a product demonstration for your clients, as an onboarding thing for any new team members or clients into your world, and certainly doing, personalized short videos for any new clients is a brilliant way of making people feel like they've made the right choice coming into your world and making them feel loved and cherished and very, very welcome. So just a little hint there about using them for clients that come into your world. But you can also use it to give feedback, or maybe to answer your clients' burning questions. If they've sent you an email asking you something, rather than emailing it back, maybe you could do a short little video, of your face answering their questions. Imagine how beautiful that would be. Not to mention the hours of typing that this little app might save you. It will help to build deeper relationships with your team, and people in your world. It can also help to build your brand and your expertise quicker, because it's a lot more human to human. It's actually you on a video giving value straight, literally from your mouth. Of course, with all offerings these days on the web, Loom has a free version, but it also has a paid version. And interestingly, the paid version is only $10 a month. So if you think this tool would be really good in your business, that will help you connect more with your team or with your customers or with your prospects, then $10 a month might be a really good investment. But of course, the free version is perfectly awesome as well. So I'd really encourage you, have a go. We know video is king. We just all need to start using it a little bit more. So maybe if you've got an email to send to a client today who's sent you a question, then maybe log on to useloom.com and record a little video and send that back to them and see what sort of response you get from them. I promise you it'll be overwhelmingly positive. Your clients or your prospects will absolutely love that you've taken the time to address them personally in a short video. Oh, and hey guys, if you have a little discovery, something that you use in your business that you'd like to share with me and you would like me to share with my audience, please let me know. You can email me at jen@jendonovan.com.au or tag me Small Business Made Simple. I'd really love to know what tools you use in your business to make your life a little bit simpler as well. But let's get on to the rule of the 3 E's for social media posting. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you some really excellent examples and ideas of different ways that you can post on social media. But if you would like even more, then please, I'd encourage you to go and grab a copy of my ebook, 108 Social Media Content Creation Ideas. Yep, there's 108 of them in there. You simply just go to www.108social.com.au, and that's 108 as in numerical. So www.108social.com.au and get the book there. Everyone that I speak to in all my workshops, I talk about this 3E rule. The 3 things that every post on your social media should be falling under. Everything you post on social media should be either entertaining your audience, engaging them with value, or educating them. If your posts aren't doing one of those 3 things, then you seriously need to ask yourself, what's the value in the post for your audience? Always remembering this isn't about you, it is about them. It's about your client, your prospects, your potential customers. So let's start with the first one, entertaining your audience. I always talk about how you, the business owner, should be showing up more on social. People want to know the person behind the brand. They want to engage with the person behind the brand. So as long as your sense of humor isn't too warped for your audience, then this one can be a little bit of fun. Video can be awesome here too. And if you're a little embarrassed or unsure of how your audience will take certain humorous posts, then use them as stories. They only last 24 hours that way. And maybe even start with a boomerang video if you're not confident. Boomerang video I spoke about in episode 7 when I was talking about Instagram stories. So if you're not sure, head back to episode 7 and have a listen in there. But basically, boomerang videos are just, 3 or 4 seconds of video that you can share with your audience. So you don't need to be on video for very long at all. You can always, of course, share some funny memes that might relate to a theme. Say you were doing a theme of hashtag Friday Funny or something like that. Going live and giving your audience a look at what behind the scenes might look like in your world can also be really entertaining to your audience. People love that sort of stuff and they find it really interesting. Some other ideas for entertaining your audience might be using some pretty clever GIFs, those little short videos that you can find define, so GIF as in GIFS. You can create your own how-to videos on a product or service that you sell or you provide. You can ask some true or false questions and get some really great engagement. You can also share or retweet someone else's posts and put your spin on it. Posting at live events is great for people's entertainment as well. Of course, you can always give away something, a random gift, or tell your audience what you are watching or reading lately and how that might enhance their business or their lifestyle. Another really great idea is to do like a bit of a throwback. So go down memory lane with your business, some photos from a little while ago or some video from a little while ago. And depending on the season, maybe you could even entertain them by posting, one of your favorite recipes or a bit of a family tradition if you think about Easter and Christmas and things like that. Just always be aware that when I'm talking entertaining, I'm not always saying you have to be funny. It's not always humorous. It just has to be interesting to your audience and hold their attention. So the second E was all about engaging them with value. Engaging with value means giving value to your audience. Giving value up front with no strings attached is one of the best ways I know to attract a prospect from online to offline, which has to be the goal of social media. We really need to get our fans, our followers, our lovers from social media to come offline where we can nurture them. Again, I spoke about this a lot in episode 10 and 11, all about email marketing. So maybe if you're not quite sure about how or why you should be getting people from online to offline, please head over there and listen to those episodes. Of course, with exceptional value up front for free, your clients can't help but be attracted to you, or your prospects can't help but be attracted to you. They'll simply think, if this is what I can get for free, imagine if I put some skin in the game with these people. Imagine if I started paying you. What exceptional value would I get then if I already get this for free? Engaging your audience with value gives them a chance to not only get to know you, but to like you and to trust you. And trust is certainly something that's hard to manage online unless you are putting some of your best information out there for free. Of course, you need strategy around that, because if you give everything away for free, then there's really nothing left for you to sell. So you really do need to have a bit of a strategy about what free looks like and what paid looks like. But you do need to give away some of your best knowledge for your future clients or prospects to begin to trust you and know that you're the expert that they're looking for. There's lots of ways to engage with value, including giving information that just basically solves your client's biggest problems. And you can do that in lots of ways, such as ebooks or PDF guides or videos, whether it be pre-recorded or live. Of course, live is always better for that little pesky algorithm. You can share blogs and vlogs. So vlogs are video blogs, whether they're yours or whether they are just someone else that you feel that your audience would get some really great value from. Of course, we're not sharing our direct competitors' blogs and vlogs here, but it may be someone else's that you really feel that they would get some great value from. Maybe be the first to break news. For instance, if you're in finance or real estate or banking and interest rates go up, then be the first to share that news. Just think about what's in the news at the moment that your audience would find valuable, that you can be one of the first to let them know. But just on that, only share news that relates to your brand and your audience. Don't share current affair news or anything that might cause division between your audience. For instance, don't get political if your brand isn't normally political. Of course, you can share Pinterest pins. You can have a weekly roundup of podcasts or articles that your audience must read or must listen to. You can tell them what you're working on, what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're listening, and why it's important to them. And of course, you can always share a quote. But don't just share a quote with them. Tell them why it's important to them or what it actually means to you. So our third and our final E is all about educating your audience. Of course, lots of things that I've mentioned in the two previous E's, entertaining your audience and engaging them with value, will naturally be educating your audience. But other ways that you can be seen to educating your audience might be holding live Q&As or Ask Me Anything sessions, plugging affiliated partners with your business, sharing a webinar, highlighting an expert blogger, posting a creative or an unexpected use for your product, or you could be sharing a work-life balance tip that really works for you, or celebrate an accomplishment of an employee, or better still, a customer. So guys, I've given you lots of ideas here. So if you're out walking or running or driving, or if you're in the bath like I would normally be listening to podcasts, then don't stress. You can head over to 108social.com.au and download 108 of these social media content creation ideas there. Otherwise, of course, you can head over to my show notes at socialmediaandmarketing.com.au and get all the ones I've mentioned here today on the show notes. Finding something to post on social media can be simple, but it's not always easy, and I really understand your pains with this. I post on social media too, but with a little resource like mine and a little bit of Google research time, then you can really find some things that will be engaging your audience, engaging them, educating them, and entertaining them. And also, guys, if you do actually download my 108 ideas and you know of some that I've missed, I'd love to know them. I'd love to keep building on it and maybe have it as one day 158 ideas or something like that. So please let me know if you think of anything else that I could add to my 108 social media content creation ideas. So that's it for episode 13. I hope you've really enjoyed this episode and not only been inspired, but got some clarification around the 3 E's of social media. I will, of course, be back next week with some more marketing know-how and another discovery. And if you're liking this podcast, please head over to wherever you listen and maybe think about leaving a rating and a review. Those things are like gold for podcasters like me, and I will be eternally grateful. It helps others find my podcast and enjoy the free training and the tips and tricks just like you have today. It really could be the best gift that you ever give a stranger. I'm really grateful to have you in my world listening in, but I'd also love to catch up between podcasts. So maybe let's get social on social. All my links are in the show notes. But of course, guys, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. DMs seriously make my day. But I'll catch you all next week. Happy social media posting. And remember, my small business peeps, as my opening song says, there's no point in dreaming small.
Oh, if you feel lonely, say it loud. There's no time like the present. Tell it like you feel it, say it proud. Be true and let us see you for the star that you are.